What's happening with it, world? This is the extra spooky X-Files type edition of the Bamboozled Again News Network, where Earth and the inhabitants thereof get bamboozled every day, B. Probably until Yeshua come back. Yo. Now I forgot to cover something in my last video when I was talking about the drone stuff, UFOs, whatever they is, right? And I'll be honest, yo. I don't even care, yo. Ain't got whatever floating around in space ain't got nothing to do with me, and I don't feel like it's for me, like, like it's the most high's done. So I don't even care, yeah. Like I was telling somebody personally, like, cause they said they had seen like little weird stuff in the sky, like up in New York or whatever. I'm like, it ain't even no need to get all perplexed. You might well eat some popcorn or pay it no mind. You know what I'm saying? Again, you can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But when I had this dream about these AI drone strikes, right, I forgot to talk about this. And I did cover it in a previous video. I forgot what I titled it though. But they like zapped up everything, or we're just doing little, I guess laser beam missile strikes or whatever. The government trying to figure out who done did it and whatever. But they couldn't figure out who it was. But it was like the AI had got hacked or something like that, right? And then all of a sudden, now if this actually happened, I'm a trip though, right? So what happened after that was, like they just stopped attacking and then they went away. But then in the dream, I knew when they went away that they were like processing the data of how the humans reacted. You know what I'm saying? They were compiling the data and gonna run it through their algorithm and then come back with a more like, you know what I'm saying? You know how like they say the AI learn you and whatnot, and your behaviors and the percentages of you responding XYZ in certain situations and so on and so forth. But I forgot to cover that part. So if these don't just go, ghost out of nowhere, I'm be like, yo. And it's gonna make me want to tighten up on my backstroke even more. As far as just living the way the words say, and um, you know, how the pastor man back in the day in the old churches I used to go, so I decrease so that Yeshua in me increase. You know what I'm saying? Because the world about cook. But here what I want to talk about though, and I just found this out and I didn't see it on none of my social media pages. But I had time to check my world news. Now, while all this Jigga Man, P. Diddy, LeBron with the Major on, with all these drones or whatever they is, and the Pope supposed to turn to Doctor Strange and hack the metaverse and all this here, right? As they say, while you were sleeping, I have come to discover and validate, which is tripping, and I still don't care. Now I care about the actual like the people it affects, the average human being who may be in these places. But all this stuff coming to the world, if you look, ain't got nothing to do with you, and ain't nothing you supposed to be alarmed about. We should be not rejoicing in like destruction in and of itself, but I believe the world's destruction, Babylon's destruction, means our uprising, right? So I come to discover. Now I didn't get all the way into discovering all the nooks and crannies of it, but this, like the Young Dolph song, this is major. The French and the German governments have collapsed. Now, what exactly that entails, I don't know. I believe it may be France who's going through a currency economic issue, which is coming here at some point when they just print up all this money, you know what I'm saying, that ain't based on nothing. And it's based like the CEO man, that the United Healthcare CEO shooter man, when they found him, supposedly he had a whole bunch of monopoly money in his backpack. Message. I think they're now I don't feel that like I am the spiritual detective, but the evidence is revealing the crime to me, right? That would like they're putting it to you, but they're not putting it to you. But if you have like, it just dawned on me when they said that the man had the monopoly paper money in his backpack, that was symbolizing to everybody who will miss it, those who are ingratiated into the major, that your money fake, yo. This is that whole Jimmy Mac fake. My financial plan is nothing like nobody else's. Essentially, it's to garner as much as I can without selling my soul or do nothing crazy. As much fake fiat paper money I can to then buy tangible resources or be able to buy tangible let's say classes and skills and so on, so I can operate without the system. So I take the fake money and buy some land. I take the fake money and go, I don't know, maybe somewhere in Appalachia and do a hiking course, or I got, or I pay for, some basic self defense where I practice that and that become part of my campaign, like beetroot juice. You know what I'm talking about? Just stuff like that, yo. You know what I'm saying? And like they might know how to can vegetables, or you know what I'm saying. The other partner, he might know how to he might have medical skills, so he know how to make a tourniquet out of whatever, and so on and so forth. But the French and the German governments have collapsed, and that ain't all. Cuz give us some more. The South Korean government has instituted a martial law, right? Now y'all can look all this up for yourself, right? I'm more of like a news middleman. I just get the news and then bring it to the people in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Um, what else? Oh, the Syrian president, from what I believe, um, he just bounced to the ounce. He just vacated his position, and now there's a power vacuum in Syria, right? You know what I'm talking about? It's real in the battlefield, baby. It's real. It's been real, and it's just get realer. But by no, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm on this trend of my heart softening. I still strive in certain areas, but I'm kind of detaching from outcomes that may be worldly. Cause let's say hypothetically you get the job of your dreams and all this money and this, that, and the third. For whatever they're planning to do that's actually written of, it's really not gonna do nothing. Now, of course, I don't just pack it all in and be like, oh well, what's the point, and don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think we occupy till he come. You know what I'm saying? But all this being tied to the world and all this here and whoop the whoop the whoop the whoop. Nah. World ain't there offered me nothing but fool's gold anyway. I'm just getting a little out. I'm just getting out the little bit of the world, the residual world that's in me, like my own will and certain habits. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And I can feel them weighing and pray to the Most High. You feel me? And I'm gonna just work out my salvation with fear and trembling, because at the end of the day, like they said up top, yo, what else is there, B? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can smash all the IG 304, and at the end of the day, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like all the stuff I used to do back in the day, yo, that I kind of hung my hat on. I got down the road. I'm like, yo, this ain't nothing I can use for my legacy, or maybe if I'm talking to, uh, uh, I'll put it like this: low vibrational people, they might esteem me, but that's what I like to call the king poop on turd island identity. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best of the worst. Is that even really a thing? You know what I'm saying? Nah. You know what I'm saying? I might have to aim a little higher. You know what I'm saying? But I also believe too, yo, and I'm just gauging this through personal life experience as of recent, like the last maybe week. Like I said, I can hear the bones rattling. No, I can't hear it. I can hear it by feeling it rattling. Something rattling. That's why I don't none of this, like, I'm not like anxious or, oh my God, what's going to happen next? I don't even watch the news. I just get little news as I get it, however I get it. But I don't just sit back and ingest a whole bunch of fear-based news for 8 hours, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then of the content I look at on YouTube, it's more spiritual, self-improvement, health, skill set, finance, you know what I'm saying? Um, Intellectual discourse, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But outside of all that, you know what I mean? Always like a basketball game announcer where I'm tracking every move of the government and every move Satan doing. It'll have you all distracted. And again, like I said in the last video, off the focus of what the Most High is doing. Because I don't think, now I could be wrong, but I don't think them whatever is the Most High. But I do think it's a signal that we went into a new season or a new sphere, or what do you want to call it, of the spiritual aspect on the precipice of 2025. You know what I'm saying? So this just let me know, not even with a whole bunch of urgency, but there is urgency there to remove myself further from the world than I already am. Um, Urgency in that way, but not a sense of urgency like, you know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, this was one of my critiques too. Like, You discover you're in a prison that you never know you're in, right? And then once you see the prison around you, the invisible prison around you, right? Then my mindset was to extract all or go about the prison with the freedom that I'm granted inside this prison to gain the necessary skills, attributes, tools in the prison to use it to break out the prison. But I don't even think we're meant to break out the prison, just like we ain't meant to go past the firmament, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I guess who was that? I always get them mixed up. It was either Peter and Paul. I mean, Paul and somebody, or Peter and somebody. I don't know if they was together at this point, but it was a mix and match, one or two of them, and they got put in prison for don't preach the gospel. Oh, you know what I'm saying? They be like, all right, and then as soon as they got out of their prison, they kept doing it anyway, and then they locked them up. But the Most High caused the earthquake, and that's how they got out of prison. Message: we gonna get out of this by hand of Most High, yeah. I done come to that realization, yeah. Now, granted, some people, whoever they may be granted the ability to, move to Africa or, wherever they want to go at. But me, I think he want me, cause I want it so bad, he gonna hold me here in it, yo. So all that, like I used to talk about, having a passport and then trying to construct various business things, and it just not working mysteriously, yeah. And I noticed from previous seasons of life, when simple stuff fall apart mysteriously, the Most High hand in it. I think he want to hold me here in Babylon to witness it fall and to witness the power of his hand that he's been showing me in smaller ways up until this point. I believe that's the giddy up. And I got to submit to his will. Because every time I try to do it, I get blocked. You know what I'm saying? And then you get frustrated because you beating, you know what I'm saying? You beating up against a wall that you ain't supposed to go down. You know what I mean? But yo, this is, for nothing else, this is some interesting times. Like I be having these conversations with my daughter. Not to scare her, but to make her mindful of the world she living in. So I talk to my daughter like I talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now she got a little baby face and all that. But I gotta give you the real game. That's what your daddy's supposed to do. Everybody's probably gonna lie to you. Cause somebody lying to them. And I know you don't like what I say all the time. But one thing, like, well, my daddy ain't lied to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the game, baby. And then as you grow up, however that work out, you know what I'm saying, you'll have the skills to be able to make the right choice. You just gotta choose to make the right choice. You know what I'm saying? Word life. But this just a little quick installment on the spooky tip, yo. Yo, it's funny though. Yeah, I was thinking about it, yo. Now with like I went to school on Fort Meade Army Base, which is where the NSA at, yo. And with all this intelligence, with all this surveillance, with all these super duper technologies they got that they probably got from the aliens, right? They still can't figure out what's hovering over top the building that got a great big satellite on top of it. You know what I'm saying? I think that was in the book Behold the Pale Horse, whereas though the man he was like an ex-Navy intelligence officer and found some file. Of course, he's unalive, you know what I mean? But he was saying something about, I want to say, I forgot the time frames, but something to the effect of the quote unquote aliens and the government's made like a deal, like they'll give them a certain amount of people to experiment on, and then they'll give them certain technologies or whatever. That might be why some of the people go missing and whatnot, not just for organ harvesting or whatever the case may be, and drink the baby blood and all that, right? You know what I'm saying? But here's something else I tripped up off of though, right? So let's say, like they say the black man, right, is the center of the original man. So we got all the melanin, you know what I'm saying, like our parts, like a car, are interchangeable with everybody else's, but everybody else's ain't necessarily interchangeable with us. Here's the paradoxical part though, right? And all my hair, since I, was younger and found like, space or just supernatural stuff, paranormal stuff, fascinating, right? I can never document a time I've read a story about these supposed aliens kidnapping Negroes, yo. If we the first people, yo. What, they just take their own, or people who are hybrids, or maybe not as human, or, you know what I'm saying? Then why would they experiment on them? They are, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, it's just weird, yeah. That's why when I finally make it home, yo, or however that work, New Earth or whatever, I'm gonna go through the heavenly libraries and research this stuff so I can trip, yo. I want some answers, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, yo. I just forgot what I was gonna say, yo. It was a good point too, yo. Darn. dang, I hate when I do that. Like I'll get off this joint and I'm like, oh man, I forgot to say that. That's why maybe going live better. And it was just, that was the next point I was gonna make too, yeah. Even if you think about it, right? Like I'm from Maryland, right? So when I went to Anne Arundel County, for those that know, Washington D.C., they're known for smoking water, boat, which y'all probably know as PCP. But oddly enough, the dudes in Anne Arundel County, when I moved over there, what was that, my senior year in high school, they were smoking water, PCP, boat, whatever, dippers, uh, what they call it, cigarettes with embalming fluid on it. And they would go Looney Tunes, right? Of all the stories of these brothers I know who have, experienced that particular or had an issue with that particular drug, right? I've heard brothers told me they seen demons. I've had brothers told me his homeboy turned into Planter's Peanut, you understand me? But none of these brothers ever hallucinated and said they seen a UFO, yo. So you mean tell me the aliens racist, yo? I mean, I don't know. My mind just just to wonder about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a little kid. I'm like a little kid to a degree. I just be wondering and contemplating the complexities of life and what does it all mean? I'm probably one of the great Negro philosophers that's still left. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I ain't tripping on none of this. And it's probably gonna get like, I don't want to say worse, but you'll start, because I know fear is a powerful drug and they can harness fear of uncertainty, fear of where your next meal will come from. Now, mind you, all the stuff I said is written up in the word, like, fear not, he gives our daily bread, so on and so forth. So almost by default, we're going to have to start living, as the word says, not just in belief, like blindly, but in belief in knowing, because he said in his word, so if he don't do it, I'm done for. And I've been in a situation like that all my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a little situation tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, that I talked about on here. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. Don't even care, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, I'm gonna just deal with it and keep the faith. But I'm not, from here on out, folk, and I'll be mindful to do this. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I fall a little short and then he bumped me back to the middle road. All this head, man, worrying about stuff and caring about being overly concerned with the affairs of this life and all that. Man, I'm done with all that, Joe. You know what I mean? Would it be nice? Yeah, cool. If not, oh well. You know what I'm saying? Some days are better than others. But now, once I get mindful of something, I get better at it day after day after day after day after day. You know what I mean? Just like I talk about my heart. Or like when I talked about, you know what I mean? The desire to vindicate myself. And it spoke about it a couple times on this jump. And the desire was there. But I was mindful this not right. But it felt right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I bamboo. And then I did. So now, and they restored me or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. Let me get out of that. Let me just stop responding, or let me stop trying to tell all this truth when I've been done told it already. Normally I say something, be done with it. You know where I'm at with it. I ain't gonna just keep saying it. Keep like I'm trying to convince you. He'll vindicate me in his time. Cause when I tried to vindicate myself my own time, I messed around and messed up. You know what I'm talking about? So thankfully, I repented of, he restored me. Because I'm so used to, like, the Most High dealing with me, like, harshly. I be trying not to make no mistake. Because I don't want no parts of the discipline, you understand? No, sir. Just tell me I messed up. Okay, you ain't got to worry about that no more. Not the way he blessed my boot. Boy, I was delirious. It was almost symbolic. Who was that either? I get my ends mixed up. It was either Nebuchadnezzar or Nimrod. And he was saying, like, he said something about he don't believe him or something. And they caused him to go crazy and eat grass like a cow for like 7 years. And when he snapped him out of it, he said, oh, the Most High that. Never mind. I was tripping. Yeah. Like, like the West Coast brothers say, bow down when I come to your town. Bow down to a homie that's greater than you. Yes, sir. I ain't got no problem giving it up. Yeah, man, the Most High blessed my boot so love. I said, man, I want to be down with your squad. You know what I'm saying? You know how wild that is? To get beat up so, out of love, though. You know what I'm saying? Get beat up so bad out of love, you want to join the team of the dude that beat you up. You know what I'm saying? Most High be like, you want some of this? No. You know what I'm saying? No, you ain't got to worry about that. Man, I don't care what nobody think. I don't care what nobody talking about, none of that. I experienced that. And I wouldn't be on the path or the man I am now had he not punished me into the earth. Boy, woo-wee. Now, sir, Boy, I love you so much, boy, I'm gonna have to tend to you. It literally felt like, I swear, and I said this in real time at that time, it felt like he ain't sent no angels or nothing like that. He said, man, because I got out of, you know how Negro do it, talk all that yin yang, ain't finna do none of the stuff he talking about, right? So I just got out of jail for that pterodactyl woman, right? And I had a plan. I was about to start subcontracting waterproofing basements and all that. But I come out, back to hanging with the homies he told me not to hang with. You know what I'm saying? Back shucking and jiving with them. You know what I'm saying? It was literally like he stopped me dead in my track. And it literally felt like he got off his throne and dealt with me personally. And then later on during that homeless season, I had read a book that had kind of like insinuated, I forgot what it was, but the dude had said the exact same thing, yeah. That's how it felt like, nah, I ain't sending nobody else. I'm gonna take this one personal. Yeah. And I still got some work to do. You know what I'm saying? No diggity, no doubt. But now I forgot how it's worded in Hebrew, but refers to Yah as the master potter, boy. He punished me, boy, he made me nice and tenderized. You know what I'm saying? Like dude. And then he started putting that water towel on. I said, cook y'all the mercy. I wasn't changing ways. I couldn't even realize I was changing. Somebody else had to point it out to me. I ain't even realize it. I'm just getting this work. You know what I'm saying? Whoo wee, yes I. I can laugh about now. It wasn't nothing to laugh about them, boy. I was like a little puppy dog, boy. Cuz, yeah, and I thought I'm tough. Now, but they say that's true statement. Your arm's too short to box with God, boy. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say about that alien stuff. Yeah, that messed me up, yeah. And then look, soon as I close this video, I'm gonna remember like, darn, I left the people hanging. But until next time, this is Foul Shot. I'm reporting on the Bamboozle Again News Network, where the inhabitants of Earth get bamboozled every second of the day, B. And on that note, I'ma holler at y'all. Ooh.